Hello everybody and welcome to today's video. Obviously I'm in front of the bookshelf and that is because today I'm going to be choosing my August TBR, and this is something new. I've never actually chosen a TBR before or stuck to it. So I'm excited to see how this will go because this is something completely new, and I do know that when people do these videos they have a TBR jar, but all my jars were being used at the moment. So I have a TBR bowl. I've got all my prompts. I think there's like over 20 in here so that I can pick some books to read for the month of August. And I'm going to pick 4 prompts from the bowl today because I feel like 4 is a manageable number and I'll actually get through that for the month, because if I pick too many then I won't get to them all and that will just make me mad. So I'm going to be picking 4 prompts and then choosing off my TBR shelf. This side are my read books and this side is my TBR. Obviously there's a lot. I did do a whole video about organising my bookshelf and my physical TBR, so if you do want to see them, look in the description, I'll have those links there. But I have lots to choose from, as you can see. So let's get into the first prompt. The first prompt is a sequel, and I do actually have a few series started at the moment. But not many that are on my physical TBR. Like I do have some series that I'm in the middle of that I borrowed from the library. But as for the ones on my TBR, the first one that's popping out to me is Never Fade, because I did read the first Darkest Minds book last year and I never actually continued with the series. So this is a contender. I'm just going to look if there's any more sequels that I have on my shelf. I think these are all my sequels, but I also have the 3rd Harry Potter book because I haven't actually read all the Harry Potter books. I've read the first 2 and I watched I think the first 5 movies. But I do want to get into all of them. Like I want to read them all and watch all the movies. So I have The Prisoner of Azkaban, and then I also have Little Secrets, which is a mafia romance, and I read the first one in February or January, I can't remember, and this is the sequel and I haven't read it yet. So this is also a contender. But out of these, I'm thinking maybe I'll actually go with Harry Potter, just because I'm going to Japan at the end of the year and I'm hoping to visit like the Harry Potter world in Universal Studios, so I need to have my Harry Potter knowledge up to date. So I think I'm going to actually go with Harry Potter. A book from your favourite genre. Now I actually do have a lot of favourite genres. Obviously love a good romance and I love a good fantasy, but I have been reading a lot of fantasy recently, so I think I'm going to pick something different. I haven't read a mystery in a while and I do enjoy a mystery, but I also really want to read a romance. Okay, for this I think I'm going to pick Love on the Brain by Ali Hazelwood. I love Ali Hazelwood, but I have only read The Love Hypothesis and the first novella in Loath to Love You. I did read that novella last month, so I'm really like in the mood for more Ali Hazelwood, and all her books are like sciencey. We have women in STEM, and this one is set in NASA, which I find so interesting, so I'm really excited to read this. I've been wanting to read it for so long, so I think now is the perfect time. A book with a flower on the cover. Okay, I'll have to have a look at a few of the covers. I can't think of anything off the top of my head that has flower on it. Oh, I've got one. I remembered one. Looking for Alaska, which I know I haven't read, which is absolutely crazy. This has a flower on it, obviously, a daisy, but I'm gonna see what else we have. Okay, I've got a few. I definitely have more, I feel, but I couldn't be bothered to find them all. But we've got Looking for Alaska, Everything, You've Reached Sam, which I've heard is really sad, so I'm kind of scared about, but it does have flowers on the pink side. And then, of course, From Luke Up With Love, which has a whole bouquet of flowers. So I'm kind of tempted to just pick You've Reached Sam because it is the thinnest one out of all these books, and I do really want to read this book because I've never read a Mariana Zapata book and I've heard she has like great writing and her books are really fun, but I really want to read this. I feel like lots of people cry when they read it and I don't know if I'm in the mood to cry right now, but I just love this cover. It's so pretty. So maybe I think I'm actually gonna pick this. You've Reached Sam. Ooh. Time to pick the last prompt, and I'm gonna go with this one, which is a book about books. Do I have any books about books? Let me think. Okay, I found one. Less. I know it's about this guy who's like writing a book. He's an author and I think he gets invited to his ex-boyfriend's wedding, and then he like doesn't want to go, obviously, because that's kind of weird. So he accepts all these invitations to literary events and then travels the world instead of going to the wedding. I think, yeah, okay, this is a book about books, right? I think this is the one. I've got 4 books. I feel like I actually could fit in a 5th book. I will pick one more prompt, but if I don't get to it, then that's okay. A book chalk book. Okay, that should be easy. I'm actually having trouble. I'm trying to think of what's on book chalk. I guess I could go with The 7 Husbands of Evelyn Hugo. This has been on my shelf for a long time, and I know it's crazy that I still haven't read it. And this is really popular, and for good reason. I've heard that it's really, really good. Obviously, Taylor Jenkins Reid, an amazing writer. I have only read Daisy Jones and the Six from her, but I absolutely loved it. So I think it's about time. It's about time, yes. Okay, this is the one. So I've picked my 5 books for August. We ended up with Harry Potter and the Prisoner of Azkaban, Love on the Brain, You've Reached Sam, Less, and 7 Husbands of Evelyn Hugo. I am really excited to get to all these books. Obviously, they all sound great, and I'm really hoping I actually stick to the TBR, because since this is the first one, I don't know how it will go. I am very much a mood reader, but I do feel like there is quite a variety of genres and books here that I won't get bored. So hopefully it's gonna be good. I will keep you updated though, and hopefully you'll be seeing all these books in my August wrap up. We'll see though. But that is the end of the video. Thank you so much for watching. I would love to know if you keep a monthly TBR and actually stick to it. And if you do, what books are you planning on reading in the month of August? Please let me know down below. If you enjoyed this video, don't forget to give it a thumbs up and subscribe down below so you don't miss any new videos from me. I post every single Saturday and you don't want to miss it, so I will see you next week. Goodbye.